I don't know where I want to start with this. I literally have no clue. The one thing I know is Caleb Wilson for North Carolina will not ever play another game at the University of North Carolina ever again. Much in part because he was doing some things that he shouldn't have been doing, which I said he didn't need to be practicing this week, but the head coach said, you know what, put him in. We're going to let him practice. Well, goes out there today or yesterday and breaks his finger on his shooting hand. Season over. Just like that. 20-point underdog at Duke. Just like that. And this not only brings me back to what I'm going to say is Stephen A. Smith said after the Duke and NC State game, he said, I don't understand why North Carolina and NC State cannot compete on a national level, especially North Carolina anymore, like Duke can, and compete for a national championship. He said, to me, it makes absolutely, fundamentally no sense. And to me, it makes absolutely, fundamentally no sense. We're not deep. And Carolina fans, you and I both know how they're going to handle this game tomorrow night after this news. You and I both know how this team is going to handle this news tomorrow night. They're not going to show up. Vegas is saying that. I'm saying that. It's just going to be a massacre. It's going to be a beatdown. It's going to be a stomp down, drag out. Beat you down, North Carolina. I'm just going to say it just like it is. North Carolina season's over. At best, probably now, barring the way that they're probably going to look tomorrow night, and I'm 99% sure that they're going to look the way I think they're going to look. And in the ACC tournament, just one game. I think at best they're looking at a 10 seed. And I don't see them getting no better than a 10 seed. They might be on the bubble now, really, actually. This is a disaster. It couldn't have happened at a worse time. And the coach couldn't listen to the fans at a worse time. Sometimes, a lot of fans, the vast majority of you say, fans are smarter than the coach. You don't know nothing. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shut up. You don't know nothing. And then there's times like this when the fan does know something. When the fan does know that the player had no business out there playing. And I also put a little bit of the blame on Caleb Wilson too, because he wasn't very bright either out there practicing, knowing he wasn't ready to play yet. But it's not surprising. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, I can tell you this much. If he was on Duke, he wouldn't be out there practicing this week. That's for sure. I can grant you that. But he's on Carolina and he's on Hubert's team. And even though I like some of Hubert's coaching and stuff, I'm not a big fan of his. I'm just not. I'm a little more critical of him than what I am Roy Williams, because Hubert's just. Yes, I know he's got 20 win seasons, in his first 5 years and stuff, but you got to look at who they were against, too. I mean, bottom tier, mid tier ACC teams. My point is, Carolina is not competing at the level that they should be. They're not contending for a national championship on a yearly basis anymore like they should be doing. And then Caleb Wilson. This is a disaster. Carolina season's over now. Maybe they win one game in the tournament. I don't see it, but maybe. And if they only win one game in the tournament, that means in Hubert's last 2 years, he's got, I don't know if the playing game counts as a tournament win or not. I don't know. But he lost to Ole Miss last year in the first round. Not getting past the first round again this year is not good. Because you're supposed to be deep. You look at how deep Duke is. Now, I know if Cam Boozer got hurt, there's nothing on that team that could replace Cam Boozer. Nothing. But I still think that they will be able to contend. I can't say that about Carolina. Carolina's beat some good teams. But when it comes to beating teams that are way up there in the rankings and stuff, on a consistent basis, it just doesn't happen anymore. And that's the frustrating part to me. But I'll save that for a rainier day. It couldn't get much more sunnier outside here and rainy inside my house at the same time. Devastating, Moss. It's fucking devastating.